Am I live? Check, check, check. Hi, everyone. Welcome back to, yeah, I'm live. Welcome back to Ask Me Anything Sunday night session. Okay, yeah, my hair is getting longer. I haven't got time to really go and do my haircut yet because last week I was really busy launching a few things. And yep, we are up. I'm gonna talk about it a little bit, but just to real quick welcome everyone again to the Ask Me Anything Sunday session. And this is what we do every Sunday night. As you can see, this is already episode 103, which means I've been doing this for like more than 2 years already. In fact, more than 2 years. Because in between, I kind of skip some weeks in between. Not a lot, but I go live mostly every Sunday night to answer your questions. So how do we do this? Actually, very simple. If you have any Facebook ads and digital marketing related questions, all right, feel free to pop your question in as a comment on any of my videos on my YouTube channel. So here's what I would like you to do. If you have any questions at all, okay, first thing first, go to my YouTube channel, try to search for an answer, because I've answered like a lot of questions. I think close to 900 videos we have now on the YouTube channel, and I think about 700 of them are actually answers to questions. So try to search for an answer first. If you can't find any, it is fine. Just find any video, type your question in as a comment, and I bring them over to answer your question over here every Sunday night. So actually the drill is very straightforward, right? If you ask your question on Monday, for example, you expect to come back on the coming Sunday to listen to my answers. Yeah, and do not expect me to reply to you via comment, because a lot of times when it comes to Facebook advertising and digital marketing related questions, it is best to be communicated verbally like this. Like if it's necessary, I will even bring up the screen to share with you, to walk you through on certain things. I think it's the best way for us to communicate this way. So, all right. So that's what we do. Now, let's see. What's up, Kevin? So we have Kevin here, and Kevin is asking, are you guys ready for 12-12? I almost forgot, yeah, and I think I got a couple of things to buy. So yeah, so this is how we do it. Like, in fact, the other day I was just having discussion with my what do we call, my account manager. I mean, as a agency partner, we have a signed account manager where we get in touch probably like once or twice a month. Basically, it's for me to understand what are the latest updates from them, and and of course for me to ask any questions as well. And he will be actually giving me some suggestions on my campaigns if there are any opportunities for optimization and stuff like that. So this guy has been with me for a long time. I think we have been together for about a year now. So yeah, I mean, we just chat about everything, right? Like one of the things that we discussed was whether the the double date, like 12-12, 11-11, like 1-1-2-2, all this kind of nonsense, right? As you all know, this is how things work in our part of the world, in Southeast Asia. In fact, Asia or Southeast Asia, but mainly now in Southeast Asia, like countries like Malaysia, Singapore, Philippines, Indonesia, Thailand, alike. We are very much drawn to the double date, so double date is where we have sort of big sales, but actually after all these evolutions throughout the years, right, the sales are no longer that big. And then a lot of things actually changed. The deal were not as good as what it used to be. So kind of like changed a lot of our buying habit. But I would say after we both agreed that the double data are still here to stay, at least for another year or two, until the next wave of evolution. Because the buying behavior, although now a lot of us are actually getting back to the normal, as in like the physical training and stuff like that, I think eventually we are also very much accustomed to online buying. It's very, what do we call it? It's very easy. It's very convenient. So we sort of we still stick back to this, especially, what I buy. I buy my plant stuff, my gardening stuff online, because it's very difficult for me to go to multiple nurseries or stores to collect everything that I want. So I will buy things like that online. I will only go, let's say, for example, my offline experience would be like, I probably go to, if I need to buy I don't need to find t-shirt. It's all Uniqlo anyway. So, but if I were to do that, I will probably visit physical store first, and I probably will buy online. So I think the online offline integration is actually kicking in, but we would not be very sure until until things are settling down. So it's actually still a very open possibilities ahead. So I think we still need to pretty much observe. Like now, as we can see, live selling on TikTok and all is really coming up, but Facebook is not yet really like doing on that part yet. But I guess Facebook will find out something. Another thing that we discussed about is actually the AR part, which, well, all these are the things that are actually going quite crazy. But here's what I would like to invite you to guys to look into. Yeah, I mean, just in case you miss my email, all right, just in case you miss my email, I would like to quickly invite you to join this is my last event of 2022. Okay, so this is gonna be a lookout, as this is an event for us to prepare ourselves for 2023. That's why I call this FB Ads 2023. Now, Facebook Ads 2023 essentially is a Zoom event. I'm actually planning it to be like 2 hour-ish, right? So what we're gonna do here is we mainly focus on three things. First, I'm gonna wrap up about all the important changes on Facebook advertising that you probably missed, but you need to know to prepare yourself for 2023, like things like objective change, optimization change, attribution change, and all this kind of thing. It's actually very important because, as we all know, Facebook advertising is an ever-evolving topic. And as a constant change, it's very difficult for us to keep up with the changes. So I round up the most important changes in this session to prepare you for next year. Now, the next thing that we're going to do here together with in FB Ads 2023 is I'm going to give you my suggestion, okay, to adjust your Facebook ad strategy for every single month in 2023. Like, for example, I'm going to tell you when should you start pushing your ad spend in January 2023, and when should you be slowing down. If you are e-commerce, if you are not e-commerce, when should you be avoiding? What are the areas or what are the dates that you should be considered avoiding to do things like scaling down, like adjusting your budget and stuff like that. I'm going to give you, like a strategy suggestion for every single month in 2023. So that will prepare you for, the entire 2023. So you will know what to do on every month, January, February, March, and stuff like that. So I'm going to talk about that based on our accumulative learning in the past many years. Now, that's the second thing. And the third thing, of course, is the most exciting one, which is because things change, our technique also change. So I'm going to do a demonstration about how do I set up Facebook ads campaign using my two-step funnel framework. So there are certain updates in terms of techniques we use, in terms of audience targeting settings we use, in terms of, stuff like that. I'm going to walk you through about the essential changes. So if you have learned with me before, if you have learned the two-step funnel framework, you need to join this because you want to know what are the updated techniques that you want to use to apply. All right, that's the first thing. Now, the second thing is if you have not used my framework before, this is a very good chance for you to get introduced to my framework. So the early bird ticket is on sale right now. All you need to do is scan this QR code, go over, sign up for the early bird ticket before the price goes up, and we will see each other on the 21st of December. 21st of December, we're going to do it at 9 p.m. Malaysia time. So wherever you're coming from, just convert it over to your own time. I think this time is quite convenient for even my clients coming from America, Canada, and countries like that. So because I serve the international market, so I just want to make sure that I pick a time that is more convenient to most of my audiences. But nonetheless, if you can't join, it is okay because you will have limited access to the replay. I'm going to give you 48 hours access to the replay in case you missed it or in case you can't make it. But nonetheless, I would say this is an event every single Facebook advertisers or anyone who plans to start advertising on Facebook to attend in 2023. So this is the link. Now, if you If you think this is useful for anyone you know, please help share this link to them. And trust me, you don't want to miss this event. And this is going to happen only once every year. All right. So that's a little bit of intro. Let's take a look at this. Did I miss anything? What's up, Chiwai? And you're saying like ready to whip up your wallet, right? And Chiwai said you have mixed feeling. Your ad account, CPM normal starts fluctuating. All right. All right. And Kevin said, top up your Shopee Pay wallet. I don't use Shopee Pay much anymore. I would just like use my credit card. Yeah, and Kevin said CPM on one of the boost posts increased by 25% just today. Yeah. Usually when it comes to this kind of double date, like 12, 12, 11, 11, one of the most significant thing that will happen is the fluctuation of CPM and CTR. So CPM means when there are more competitors coming in, when there are more advertisers joining the market, eventually it will push the cost to come up, which means you can reach lesser people with the same amount that you are spending, which logically, it will actually pull your result rate to come down. So that's how the whole logic things work, right? And at the same time, the CTR might fluctuate as well because the audience behavior are pretty much shifted more towards e-commerce buying. So if you are a non-e-commerce business, you probably will see your CTR to be dropping because the intention of people on social media could be shifted from time to time. So these are two, of a few important metrics that we will monitor when it comes to looking at the performance of our campaign. Like I always like to advocate, right? Starting advertising is the easiest part, okay? But how do we know if you're doing good or not? I think that's something that we always have to pay attention to. So that's the reason why I've been advocating about analytics. As in, you got to know whether you are doing good or not, right? So for those who are running ads on Facebook, if you run ads on Facebook, and if you are uncertain whether are you doing good or not with your Facebook ads campaign and how can you improvise it, I would recommend that you actually take advantage of this Fiverr gig of mine. This is where we will spend half an hour together, okay, to look at your campaign, whether it's a past campaign or existing campaign, and to dig out what are the, what's working or what's not working on your campaign, and how can we do better with your campaign. So that's what we're gonna do, right? At this point of time, we're gonna adjust the price next year, so we have a couple of weeks left before 2023. If you want me to look at your campaign, to give you suggestions and to help you plan ahead, scan this QR code, buy me a coffee, and we can do it together in half an hour time. Next year, the price is going to come up. So yeah, a lot of things is going to happen next year. That's why, take advantage of whatever we have right now because we're having a slower season. Good and bad, right? Good means we have more time to plan a lot of things for next year. But, bad is probably kind of like, slow. Revenue may not be as good, but it's fine. It's kind of life. There are seasons and, so we just have to do what's necessary. So now it's a good time for you to look at whatever you have done in 2022 so that you can plan ahead, isn't it? So that you can know how do you do better next year. So it's a very important thing. So if you want to do that, scan this QR code, buy me a coffee. It's on Fiverr anyway. So, and we can do that together in half an hour time, okay? Then Shadan is saying about everyone is working on Facebook ads and is just stuck with the failed verification. Support told you to wait. Is it only you? It's not only you, my friend. Yeah, to be frank, in the past few months, I've seen so many these kind of cases. So Shadan, my recommendation to you is keep pushing, keep asking, keep following up. And in fact, if you can't still get it back, then probably you would have to look at alternatives. But nonetheless, wait for it. I'm going to answer a question to give you what are the things that you should be doing as well. So yeah, and this is who. Somebody is saying, you notice when you use narrow audience in Facebook ad set, cost per lead is almost double or triple. Why? This is a very good question. Why, when you narrow down audience, the cost per lead will increase? Simple answer is because the smaller your audience size is, the harder it is to reach, and hence the higher the CPM. So when the higher the CPM, everything goes up, every cost comes up. So you have to kind of like have a benchmark about what will be the, a good audience size for you to look into. Sometimes we actually avoid going too narrow. That's why there are certain things change when it comes to audience settings. And yeah, same thing. This is the thing that we're going to do, right? It just in case you want to learn the latest updates about Facebook ads changes and technique change, and of course, the strategy plan for the entire 2023, you can scan this QR code and join me on the 21st of December for this this is a yearly event. We call it FB Ads 2023. Next year, I'm not sure whether to call it FB Ads or Meta Ads 2024, but nonetheless, for this year, I think we are still pretty stuck with FB for now. So I reckon we're gonna use the same name for now. Okay. Okay. Now, I can see. Yeah, somebody saying the lead gen is 20 per lead in real estate is reasonable. I think it's reasonable. Just real quick, right? I think it's reasonable, but nonetheless, we have to look at the quality as well. And like I said, there are a lot of metrics to look at. So if you're asking this question, whether it's reasonable, whether are you doing good, look, I talked about that just now. Buy me a coffee. Let's take a look at the campaign together, one-on-one. Why not, right? Okay, I've got a couple of, not more than a couple of questions that I received over here. So just want to walk through that. So if you guys have any more questions, feel free to pop in the chat. I'm going to come back to this, after I go through all the questions that I received over here. Now, the first one is coming from Yanis. Yanis Chong asked this question about 6 days ago. So Yanis is asking, what can you do for a permanently restricted Facebook page? I think this is similar to Shadan, right? I'm not sure whether you are having a permanent ban or not. And Yanis, I think she copied this entirely from the Facebook message. It says, advertising access restricted after requested a review, confirmed it didn't comply to the policies and blah, blah, blah. You can no longer advertise with this page. And yes, and ads will remain disabled. This is the final decision. Now, there are a few things you can look into right now. Okay, when it comes to Facebook ads, so-called Facebook account ban, there are different kind of ban here. Now, the lightest kind of ban is page ban, which is what you're having right now and probably what Shadan is having right now. Now, page ban is the easiest part. Okay, because page ban, we have to dig deeper. Of course, I have to look at your campaign. I mean, not campaign, your account quality and see to double check. Now, page ban is the easiest. So basically, if you're only having page ban, if you want things to get up and running real quick, my quick suggestion for you here is create a new page and start running everything again. That's the lightest way. That's the easiest way, in fact, because I don't really care about the page. All I want is my business to keep running. So you can just ignore that and start a new page. And you can keep appealing, whatever. When you get it back, then of course, you can get back to the normal one. If not, at least business continues as usual, right? Now, the other situation is when you have a ad account ban or a business manager ban, or the worst one is your profile ban, okay? So if you have an ad account ban or profile ban, these are actually, relatively stickier situation. Okay, essentially, it's a lot harder to navigate, especially when it comes to permanent ban. For ad account to come back, for profile to come back, I don't want to say it's impossible, but wow, it's a long shot, and it may take very long time. And like I said, business cannot wait. So if you have that's this kind of situation, my quick recommendation to you here is this. Listen very carefully. Okay, I'm going to do this again. I've done this multiple times, but I think it's beneficial to do this again. Now, first thing first, if you have permanent ban on your Facebook ad account or your profile or your business manager, these are sticky situation. Now, what you do here is this. First, get somebody else's Facebook profile. I'm saying somebody else's Facebook profile. Instead of create a new one, do not create a new Facebook profile. Okay, now use somebody else's Facebook profile. Okay, and whether it's your girlfriend, your father, your daughter, or whatnot, I don't care. Get somebody else's profile that has been around for a while, active, not newly created. Okay, and use that profile to create a business manager. And after that, create a Facebook page and create an ad account. Start running ads right away. Don't need to wait, because eventually you will run into verification problem, which they will ask for your, let's say you are using your husband's account. You'll ask for your husband's ID. Submit it, go through the stage, and continue running ads. Just keep pushing. Everything will be more stable down the road. Now, at the same time, while that is running, business going as usual, right? At the same time, on the other hand, create a new profile, because if it's account ban, especially profile, I mean, as in like Facebook profile ban, it's as good as gone. Just throw it away and then start a new one and do whatever as a normal human would do, right? Like posting, commenting, adding friends, messaging, and stuff like that. Just keep doing that for a couple of months at least. All right. So when this is stable and the other side, the business manager is getting matured, like 2-3 months down the road, you can actually assign, like as in like add you, the new profile, back into the business manager as an admin, so that you can take control from there. That's what I would suggest you to do. We have tried this method, on a lot of accounts that I actually coach or consulted. It worked actually well for them. So far, I have not heard any funny situation yet. But one thing you must not do is to create a new profile and create business manager right away. It's gonna die. All right. I don't even need to look at it. I don't even need to ask anything. It's gonna die. Confirm sure. So that's what you do. Right. But nonetheless, if you want me to look at your, like account status and all that to advise you whether you should go for which route and all that, well, you can actually scan this QR code and buy me a coffee. We're gonna do that together. So we're gonna spend half an hour. We'll look at your account. I'm gonna give you advice whether you should take route A, route B, or any other way for you to do something. And you can ask me any questions within a half an hour time. So same thing, scan this QR code, buy me a coffee, and we can do that together. Okay, now that's that. And the next one is coming from Joshua. Okay, Joshua is asking, what happened to your ads after campaign ends? Does it still show to the people they like and share it, or is it deleted or hide by Facebook? Also, how to post or display it in your page? Is it even possible? Thanks. Thank you for asking. Now, first thing first, when the ad is ended, okay, unless if you choose to delete the campaign, the post is still there, meaning I won't be able to see it on your page, of course, because essentially if you create an ad inside the ads manager, the ad post is actually a dark post, which is a hidden post. It will not appear on your Facebook page. Okay. And and for those who like it or comment it or share it, people can still find it if they have the link. All right. It will not be hidden or disappeared. It will still be there unless, like I said, if you choose to delete that particular campaign, then it will go poof, gone. Now, the next question you have here is it possible to post or display it on the page? It used to be possible, but temporarily, actually, I'm hoping this is to be a temporary thing. At this moment, at this point of time, it is not possible. You can't post an advertisement back to your Facebook page at the moment as we are making this video. There were people came to my old video. I had a video teaching you how to post your advertisement to your page. And people came in like yell at me. Of course, literally. Like, oh, this is not working. Hey, Facebook changed. That video was made like 2 years ago. When they changed, now you come and blame me. Don't be funny, okay? As we are making this video, you can't do it right now. Okay, but we are hoping that Facebook will take the method back. But if you want to see how it was done, you can actually go to my Facebook YouTube channel, search for post Facebook ad to Facebook page. Then you'll be able to see the video. But like I say, that feature is now gone, right? And I'm not saying it's gone, it's just changed. And this temporarily took away the post to page feature at this point of time as we're making this video. Okay, so you can try. All right, so that's for Joshua. Okay, so Joshua, and thanks for the question. And now the next one is coming from Walid. Okay, Wally is saying this is about TikTok ads. Wally is saying in the ad advertiser account, you are unable to see and create a new option. Seriously, I'm not sure. Okay, because for all the cases that I'm actually handling right now, we all have that issue. We all have that thing. As in, like, the advisable way to start TikTok advertising is to start a TikTok business center. So when you start a TikTok business center, essentially you're actually operating as a business entity, and you can actually add multiple ad account, multiple pixel, and of course the link with multiple TikTok account to run ads and to manage it in a more kind of like a structured way. It's very similar to Facebook Business Manager. That's why it's called a business center, because like essentially when it comes to TikTok advertising, it is actually very similar to Facebook advertising. The layout, the navigation, and everything is actually very similar. It's just that they have their own unique features, which is may not be available on Facebook. So that's why I always tell people, you have to understand where your audience are hanging out. Like I said, I would not recommend every single one of my clients to go TikTok advertising, because if your audience are not there, there's no point spending over there. But nonetheless, we wouldn't know until we start doing a little bit of experiment. I think it's worth trying. And nonetheless, I think it's a platform that is on the rise. And I truly believe that we have to really take notice and start planning something about it. So that's what I think. So, Walid, I do not know what could be your possible issue over here, but like I said, we all have it. But just in case you need help, same thing, you can actually scan this QR code. We can spend half an hour together to look at your situation for me to give you my suggestion based on whatever I know, right? Yeah, so that's something that we can do together. All right, for anyone else, if you are watching this video, even in the future, if you need any help, in fact, if you need, like, some people actually post questions on my YouTube channel and expect me to respond. Oh, I'll be waiting, and then they keep commenting and say, why are you not replying? I mean, come on, man. Seriously? But if you need something fast, well, scan this QR code and we can chat. I mean, yeah, I mean, that's how things work, right? That's how things work. It's not like I'm a YouTuber and I'm obligated to answer all your questions. I think it's not fair that way. Just right. So yeah, scan this QR code and we can spend half an hour together for any questions you have regarding Facebook advertising, TikTok advertising, YouTube advertising, or even like general digital marketing, or even, if you need some business, like brainstorming in terms of like business ideas and stuff like that. I'm open. Anything, right? Scan this QR code and we can do it together, right? Then yeah, that's Walid. Okay, and the next one is coming from Arrow Grow. Yeah, Arrow Grow is having similar situation about like recent ban. So you say you used the boost to sell a dirt bike, and they ban your ad account. Never got a reason other than some vague reply on policy violation. Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. Well, Arrow Grow, I totally understand your frustration, but that's how Facebook behave right now. If you can't change it, might as well you just follow whatever it is and try to find a better way to kind of work around, because we need the platform. They don't need us in a way. I mean, not to say they don't need us, but well, we need them more than they need us at this point of time, because we need the market. We need the place to, promote whatever we have. So here's what we do. All right. In fact, even they give you a vague reply, that will point you to a direction. So from there, like for example, they will tell you that, oh, you violated the community rule or community something. Then you go and dig out more about that and see, when it comes to your advertisement, what have you done right or wrong? Is there anything that you actually word that you use that a little bit more sensitive? Is it because of the image? There are certain general do's and don'ts when it comes to Facebook advertising. So you gotta understand it. It's like when we are playing in other people's turf, we learn their rules, not that, not the other way around. They come and so we have to understand. So that's why I was always recommend that, before we start advertising, go and read about Facebook advertising policy, go and Google it and, find out about it and read the whole thing to see what are the things that you can or can't do. And yeah, play nice. This is their place. So yeah, whenever they have banned, the vague idea will lead you somewhere. Trust me, we have helped so many people in this, especially new advertisers. I understand your frustration, but it's our responsibility to understand, and find out as well. But of course, I would say I must agree with you. Facebook support are not actually all helpful in a certain extent. I mean, they are handling too many things, I suppose. So, well, cut them some slack. I mean, we just have to do both part over here, right? But Arrow Grow, same thing. If you need help, scan the QR code that you saw just now, and we can actually look at your situation to probably point you to, like a better direction to avoid more bans in the future. Okay, right. So that's all the questions we have. But before we go, this is another shout out to this event that I'm going to do on the 21st of December at 9 p.m. Malaysia time. If you are advertising on Facebook, or if you plan to start advertising on Facebook in 2023 and beyond, you have to attend this Zoom event. What we're going to do here is I'm going to cover what are the important, impactful changes on Facebook advertising in 2022 so that you can prepare yourself better for 2023. Now, the second thing we do here is I'm going to give you a strategy suggestion for every month in 2023. As in like January, when should you start? When should you stop? What would you do if you're e-commerce? What would you do if you're non-e-commerce? And February when, March when, and stuff like that, so on and so forth, for the entire year, January until December, so that you can plan ahead. So that's something that you can, well, it's totally powerful, trust me. Okay, so that's the second thing we do. And the third thing here is I'm gonna do a live demo on to show you how I set up Facebook ads campaign using my two-step funnel framework, so that you get updated latest techniques that I use. For those who have learned with me before, and for those who are new to my technique, this is where you can learn about my framework. The framework that I have shared with thousands of Facebook advertisers from all around the world. So this is where we're gonna do it. It's gonna be a live Zoom event. It'll be awesome if you can join me live. If you can't, don't worry. You have limited time access to the recording, so you can catch it. It's just a 2-hour thing. I think within a 2 days time, you should be able to find time to consume the content and to help you prepare for 2023. All right. So that's what we do. That's what we do. We have been doing this for 103 weeks now, and I'll continue to do this. Any questions at all, try to go and search for an answer on my YouTube channel first. If you can't find it, drop your questions as a comment on any of my videos on my YouTube channel, and I'll pick it up to answer on the following Sunday. So that's what we do. Thank you for joining me on the it's not ad review, it's Ask Me Anything Sunday. I'll see you the next Sunday. And well, everyone else, enjoy your shopping on the 12/12, and whoever who is selling, make a lot of money. All right, I'll see you on the coming next Sunday at 10 p.m. same time, and good night. Thanks everyone. Goodbye.